Geordie LaForge, LeVar Burton, is most remembered as the chief engineer of the USS Enterprise D on Star Trek: The Next Generation. Throughout his Starfleet career, LaForge proved himself to be a brilliant engineer who came to know the Enterprise D's engines better than anyone. On numerous occasions, Geordie kept the ship running even when the odds were stacked against him. Born blind, Geordie never let his disability slow him down, and his visor often provided useful insight during away missions, as it allowed him to see across the electromagnetic spectrum. Soon after joining the Enterprise crew, Geordie became friends with LT Commander Data, Brent Spiner, and the two regularly spent their off hours together. Data, in particular, enjoyed pretending to be Sherlock Holmes on the holodeck with Geordie as his Dr. Watson. Geordie was one of the most influential figures in Data's quest to become human, as he saw Data as a friend first and an android second. LaForge looked up to greats like Warp Drive creators Zefram Cochrane, James Cromwell, and USS Enterprise NCC 1701 Chief Engineer L.T. Montgomery Scotty Scott, James Doohan, both of whom he eventually got to meet. Geordie LaForge was born in 2335 in Mogadishu, Somalia, to parents Captain Silva LaForge, Madge Sinclair, and Commander Edward M. LaForge, Benvery. Both of Geordie's parents were in Starfleet, and his father was a noted exozoologist. Because of their Starfleet careers, Geordie's parents sometimes lived apart from one another, working on various missions. Geordie spent time with both of them, living in the Modian system while his father studied invertebrates, and near the Romulan neutral zone when his mother was stationed there. Geordie was born blind and received his first visor when he was a young boy. When he was around 5 years old, Geordie was trapped inside a burning building. And although he was rescued quickly, the experience stuck with him into adulthood. LaForge entered Starfleet Academy in 2353 and graduated in 2357 with specialties in antimatter power and dilithium regulators. Before joining the USS Enterprise D crew, Geordie served aboard the USS Victory and the USS Hood. When Geordie LaForge was assigned to the USS Enterprise D in 2364, he initially served as the con officer before becoming chief engineer in 2365 at the beginning of Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 2. Although LaForge proved himself a capable leader and an intelligent officer in TNG Season 1, he truly came into his own as chief engineer of the Enterprise. Whenever the Galaxy-class starship encountered engine problems, LaForge would not rest until he found a solution. He knew the Enterprise D extremely well and often came up with out-of-the-box fixes. LaForge also looked out for Data, handling any problems that arose in the android's positronic brain. Although Geordie was kind and friendly, he did not have good luck when it came to romance. In Star Trek: The Next Generation Season 3, Geordie developed feelings for a hologram of Dr. Leah Brahms, Susan Gibney, which led to an uncomfortable encounter when the real Brahms visited the Enterprise the following year. In one notable incident, LaForge was presumed dead in 2368. When he and Ensign Rolaren, Michelle Forbes, found themselves out of phase with the rest of the universe. Thanks to Data's keen observation, Geordie and Ro were eventually restored.